Hello, dear friends. Some people accuse me of making false predictions, but I don't predict anything because I don't have a crystal ball, but I reflect various opinions of other authors about the future, which are not always right because there are no concrete dates for their fulfillment, but which could be right at some point. Opinion is free in any case. Opinion piece. Galactic Era. New beginnings. Vision of the future. We are on the precipice. The consciousness trap. People don't need wars. Who are we and where do we come from? From 2023, only love, light and freedom. The old system is corrupt and dysfunctional. May we all behave like angels. Let's start. The galactic age of humankind begins according to Arcturian Council 9D through Daniel Scranton. Those of you who are aware of our participation in the evolution of consciousness must recognize that sometimes you have been helped by and sometimes you have been hindered, and sometimes it has been by well-intentioned visitors, and sometimes it has been by regressive invaders who had their own agenda that was more selfish. We tell you this because we are on the precipice of the galactic age for humankind, and we do not want people to continue to worry or even fear that there will be negative-oriented visitors coming. Don't worry about that, for all will be well in the end. You will connect with your friends from other worlds fully and openly in the not-too-distant future. All will be well, and you will have the contact experiences you are already for when you are ready for them. As you enter the galactic age of humankind, remember that you are creating all of this and that the inclusion of more beings to play with its part is of your creation. They do not come to enslave us or to save us. They come because life becomes more interesting when they are involved in a way that all can experience. We are moving closer and closer to full and open contact all the time. And as you look for your skies, for your craft, also look within your heart for what you know is there. All the frequency, all the consciousness, all the creativity, and all you can desire is also within you. May we all take risks this year and behave like the angels that we are. May we all find an abundance of love or spiritual currency, whatever happens in the outer world, and may we share it with the world, says Steve Biko. We are not alone. Lon Strickler writes that since 2008, it has become increasingly clear to me that we are not alone as a single intelligent species in the cosmic ocean, but it has also become clear that our Earth and humankind in general have attracted the attention of non-terrestrial beings for many millennia. After decades of research and personal experience, I believe that early interaction between the inhabitants of Earth and beings from other worlds occurred between 13 and 12 millennia before Christ. I do not feel that this was the first or only exchange, but I do consider it the most influential. In his view, we, modern humankind, are a genetic extension of otherworldly species. I also believe that most of the entities people encounter are biologically enhanced and evolved humans from our past and future, but we must always bear in mind that they have a plan. New beginning. Several episodes in the history of humankind on Earth have been brought about by a succession of external colonies that have exerted their territorial and cultural influence. In the historical archives are found many answers to questions often asked, such as who are we, or who we are, where did we come from, and how did we evolve into the beings we are today, according to Peter B. Mayer. Millions of years ago, the Galactic Federation worked closely with the High Council of Sirius to serve as a guardian race that would help maintain the reproductive and evolutionary process on planet Earth at the lowest density, what is now called the first harmonic universe in the three-dimensional timeline. The origin of life goes much farther back in time than is commonly known, let alone as episodes in humankind's history. Acts of heroism begin beyond the borders of this planet and originate in star realms, galactic federations, and the civilizations of Mu, Atlantis, Lemuria, and several others that are only now being discovered. For decades, scientists proclaimed supposedly far-fetched theories about the legendary lost continent of Lemuria in the Indian Ocean, until in 2013 scientists found proof. Geologists discovered evidence of a lost continent exactly where Lemuria is said to have existed, and the old theories began to resurface. Corrupt system. The system we live in today is corrupt and dangerously dysfunctional. Why doesn't anyone say so? Central bankers rejected the gold standard in 1971 to replace it with today's credit money. They are the founders of today's credit bubbles. For the last 12 years, central bankers have even been active and aggressive in defending the past without giving the future a chance. For their easy money has corrupted the entire economic system. The changes in the tax base track all transactions in the economy, especially the illegal activities on the black economy. People are forced to convert their savings into consumption and investment, which would give a boost to GDP and employment. Thus, step by step, the world is becoming more and more a police state, and people are now being killed to keep them safe, but essentially no one is safe, at least not in an emergency or a stress situation where you would expect the police to come to your rescue. The time has come to advise everyone to take some important steps to get through this chaotic period, both for themselves and their families. The first step is to learn. Study the 2030 agenda to see for yourself how far we have come in this humankind crisis with the realization of the measures of this agenda, which perceptibly supports its purpose in all aspects, so that you know exactly what is to come. There are many nuances to this situation that can make a great impact. This agenda has many points, but it forgot to plan for the demise of tax havens. It envisages a world government not elected by the people, and no one has been asked for their opinion on the content of this agenda, which looks like a paternalistic dictatorship. Most people are still in the current third-dimensional reality, which is not real. In fact, this means that the current reality is a consciousness trap. Who and what we really are has been hidden from us. Our spiritual nature is our only true form, and that is merely the power of the secret society to make us forget everything and thus keep us imprisoned. When people do not work the past, they are trapped, seeing only the illusion that doesn't exist, that has nothing to do with reality or the truth of today. It is a manipulated hunch, a dilated illusion. Once you become aware of this fact, your great awakening has begun. Ruling lineage. A generational member of a ruling lineage family proclaimed under his pseudonym Hidden Hand that our lineage goes back to ancient times. From the first circle of history and beyond, our family has run the game behind the scenes. Our origins predate even the rise and fall of Atlantis. They say they were born to lead, that they are part of the current paradigm, and that there are 13 original lineages. He continues, we are definitely not reptilian, nothing remotely reptilian within the true power of our bloodlines. The Hidden Hand explains that the current state of humankind on our polarized planet is controlled thought, consisting of directed creative energy. You get exactly what you invest. Why do you think the media is so important for them? You, as a society, in your hypnotized comatose stage, have given away your free will to the state to get into the situation the planet is in now. Saturate the body and mind with unhealthy foods and information served by television, addicted to it even through presentation of violence, materialism, pornography, greed, hatred, selfishness, continuous bad news, fear and terror. 8% of the population is addicted, 80% of the population is addicted to television. Prophets of this world. The true prophets of this world include Jesus and Buddha, who discovered the truth and broke the illusion known as the trap of consciousness. They attempted to convey a simple message explaining how the 13 chakra energy points in your body could be unblocked by regularly applying healthy and positive living standards, pure thoughts and pure food combined with meditation and prayer, which ultimately lead to complete self-mastery. Subsequently, this message was severely distorted by the addition of endless rubbish and nonsense. The light body is our etheric body in its perfected superconscious state, which allows for interdimensional communication and teleportation to other dimensional realities and spaces in time. Most of humankind is deliberately unable to stimulate the higher heartbeat to connect the fourth strand of DNA during adolescence into adulthood. For too long, chemicals have distorted patterns and created toxic air linked to the spread of disease, as well as basic emotional problems and physical imbalances which are unnatural. If humankind cannot simulate their heartbeat, they are unable to activate their soul identity. As a result, they do not know why they incarnated on earth, what their higher purpose is, and they cannot connect with and listen to their higher self because they have not activated their higher sense perception abilities. In fact, this has to do with the trauma of having the wings of our light body clipped, associated with the curse of Yahweh, and being part of the negative grouping already known as the Archon families. The great emerging awakening will be the full realization of consciousness, and of all of this, to discover who we really are. All wars throughout the ages have been wars initiated negatively, motivated by greed, power and jealousy, to gain wealth, power and control over others. People do not need wars. All peoples can live together in harmony, once all negative forces are transformed into positive energies. Vision of the future. Fast forward to a post-solar flash reality. The dark equipment has been processed out of our reality. Our Earth is restored to its original pristine glory and vibrancy, free of interference. The people of Earth are all real and actual soul-bearing organisms, free of wounds, fully whole and healthy, unable to live from the heart. Our higher selves have fully meshed with our physical body, bringing with them all that we have known in any number of different realities, planets, dimensions, galaxies, universes, but free of all residual trauma. We have the ability to communicate telepathically with each other and with the other kingdoms and species, and no one has to eat anyone to survive. The food we eat is clean, healthy, nutritious, and delicious, and in my perfect world we can eat if we want, but it's not a requirement for survival. Everyone has a clean, safe, and comfortable place to live, of their own design and choice. Our terrestrial society is largely self-responsible, run by different councils, each of which guides smaller communities. Individual travel will be bipodal, going where we want and how we want. Our diverse planetary communities and cultures are living in peace, harmony, and prosperity. Interacting with non-terrestrial civilizations is developing naturally until we become a fully galactic society. For now, I dream of a hammock on the beach, fun times with good people, and a lot of freedom to do or not to do as I please. Are you with me? And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.